There's Vitality in a best of 3 to decide who goes to the grand final. Astralis starting on the T side, Vitality on the CT side. And we are live with the game. Already blowing up the squeak door and trying to put a bit of pressure on that while the rest of them running towards the ramp room. But there is a giant stack here for Vitality. They know what is coming as well. And Shox is outside looking for anything that he could find. It's Glaive. He's almost got him. What a great shot to begin with. That is the opening kill of the match. And he's back for more at the squeak door. They do go back from the ramp. They're going to try and see if they can overwhelm Cyber, and they will. Not a bad kill there for Config, but up behind Misuta. Oh, but it's a trap. Astralis, they shift gears. They bring it back. They go into the ramp instead. And now it's a 3-on-3. Kyojin will pick up the kill on Config. And this comes to a bit of a halt. There's still a minute left. Where are they going to go, Astralis? It looks like it's ramp against Apex.
And it is perfect as well. If they go together, this is exactly what needs to happen here. Sticking together as a group and try and run him down. Apex low on the utility, so he's not really going to have a whole lot to stop him with. And in the meantime, Astralis, they've shown that they can be clever like this, wrapping up Heaven onto the A site. Kyojin caught in the open, nowhere to hide. He has to fight his way out, and it's not enough. Zipnix takes him out of the fight.
Absolutely wild call for Astralis. Ramp, then back, then ramp again, then Heaven, then into the A bomb site. They have been trekking all over the map. Apex, though, important and a critical kill there to take down Sip. The bomb is planted, but only just... Oh, lucky! That's with a Glock as well, and he takes down Apex. And it leaves Shox on his own. He's going to tap the bomb. He has to force them into it. Doesn't have a kit. It's a 10-second defuse, so he has to be quick about that force. Nice headshot, but Blamif is there on the immediate follow-up. And Astralis, they win the pistol round. And that's always a good start.
Off to that terrific start. Lucky as well, man. He really deserves some credit. He's made that switch to the rifle. Apparently it was a group decision. It was made. Glaive is on that EWP. He's on that rifle. But the main thing is, not only is he excellent at the rifle, he has come through in the clutch so many times for Astralis at the major and here. The more we get to see this guy play, the more it seems like he's getting comfortable in the Astralis system. And he's had plenty of chances to show off here in the tournament.
You actually saw in that replay how Lucky up on the high ground, he had the bomb. He threw it down instead of jumping down himself, which is it's a split-second decision. And in the heat of the moment, if you make that mistake, you jump down, well, then it's a completely different retake for Vitality. Suddenly, Shox is just fighting people on the low part of the bomb site instead of up on the high ground. So really good little detail there. They have invested a couple of pistols into this round and some armor as well to follow it up. But so far, the shots are not really ringing through for Vitality. It's Astralis that get off to a decent start here in the second round. Shox, though, maybe with a chance. Oh, Config. He saw that coming. He read it. Ducked right under. All right. So most of the danger has gone away here. Astralis should be able to make this a round where they don't have too many casualties. Molotov and everything. Oh, he's really reading it well. Does run out of bullets, but his teammates are there with a 5-7, or the Mac 10, in fact. A little bit of danger of a Config, but he manages to stabilize. Cyber's now, landing another headshot. Oh, my God. He is back for the triple.
They got rid of him in the pistol round, and that is a bit like taking down the raid boss, right? You need to remove ZywOo. He is going to be key here for Vitality if they're going to get a win against Astralis.
No, he runs the other way. That's really shocking. If he would have stayed around Mini, he would have had a really good shot there with the AK that he's picked up, but what a scary moment. Here's another problem, because Simon was saving for the AWP. He didn't buy armor in this round, and that's a bit of an issue. He's going to go. He has no idea. He still thinks he's about to clear a B bomb site with a bomb inside of it, and by the time he realizes, he has to save, right? Again, he doesn't have a kit. He doesn't have any armor. Yeah, he's going to realize, I think, right about now that, damn, it was the wrong bomb site. So, very close call. Almost a triple kill for ZywOo. They got 2 of them, but they were really, really clean headshots. This is beautiful.
ZywOo, another player getting more and more experience on this stage, you know, trying to factor in the audience reactions, factoring in how that plays into it. But there, I think, you know, once he starts hearing the applause go off, it's like, oh, yeah, okay. let's move on. Bomb goes off. The flames are here. You can feel them all throughout the arena. Yeah, ZywOo, that's exactly what you guys need to be thinking right now.
Careful now. Careful now.
That was, you know, coming into it. I mean, ZywOo, utter monster, obviously. But,
you know what happens if you poke monsters as well, you know? Got to be real careful.
Don't poke the bear.
Exactly, don't.
Might lose an arm.
Leave him alone.
But Astralis now, I mean, this is actually going to be a good round here for Astralis to just farm up. I mean, you have ZywOo with that AK, so it's going to be a question of just dodging him or negating him as quickly as possible so that you can just farm up on those pistols.
He actually bought armor, which, I mean, it's you can't really blame him for it with the AK. It's an interesting choice. He goes straight down. Glaive on point with the Galil. It's looking pretty good right now. Astralis certainly seem like they're fired up. 5 versus 3 in this round.
Glaive living up to it, man. Second highest rated player in the tournament so far with opening kills.
That's crazy.
Yet another round where he just steps out and finds the one player he's looking for on the side of Vitality. 3 quick kills for Astralis, shutting this round down. Now it's on Vitality. What do we have in store for us here as they have gone for the rounds of Eco? Saved up that money. ZywOo has enough money for the AWP if he wants it. It's not going to happen, though, interestingly enough. Decisions.
You're going to have to wake up so early to catch Sip at all, ever. Like, I don't even know if it's possible, you know?
He is so good.
Just don't even go to sleep. Stay up all night, you know?
I think, now that he knows this is his home, Astralis is where he belongs. It's where he's going to play. I think this is where we're starting to see the revitalization of Zip. He's motivated. He's back on land in front of the fans. This is what it's all about. ZywOo with some proactive play out in the yard, and he gets the second kill. Flame F and Config, the 2 heavy hitters for Astralis, already dead.
He didn't even really have much backup out there. Apex was behind the smoke wall to sort of throw flashbangs over to help him out, but that is, well, that's the terrifying mechanical skill of ZywOo on his own, and he takes down Blamef and Config. Really powerful start. And Glaive has at least got into a position here where he could do a lot of work, and that's the only thing they have to think about right now is maybe Glaive could get something done. Otherwise, this is probably a round that Vitality are going to be feeling really good about. Counting the seconds, opening up the door, and he's going to find Apex out in the open. It's actually really good timing, but Apex with that M4A1, he's going to find the kill. And Lucky and Sip, 2 versus 5, and any damage to the economy, anything they can do to take more rifles away here, absolutely important. Lucky jumping down with a MAC-10. More jumps are coming in, and he'll find Apex. Now, awkwardly, got into a 2 versus 3. Should still be Vitality's round. They have this one very nicely locked up at the moment. Only 30 seconds. And once they start planting the bomb, that's the other problem. It's basically a 1 versus 3.
That's exactly it. That is what Vitality are waiting for right now. They're trying to put themselves in a position to pounce. When that bomb starts to get planted, can you get in here? And they're trying to find a way out of this as well. They know that they're caught in a box, but with 15 seconds left on the clock, they have to go for the bomb plant now. ZywOo's going to take a peek. Perfect decision from Vitality. They chose the correct spot. Otherwise, they're dead men. Zipnix with a headshot on Shoxy. And it's a 2-on-2.
This should never happen. Lucky! He's going to pick up the kill, and now it's ZywOo running in to save the round, and he will! Surviving on just 6 health with a quad kill at the end. They barely make it through that round. I mean, this is all on ZywOo in this one.
That's with Astralis making the correct decision. As to the bomb plant, they could have just gone down immediately, but they knew that they were vulnerable from there. They plant on the other side of the silo. It's still not enough, but it is still crazy that that is the level that Zipnix brings to the table. Zipnix and Lucky working together as a duo. Lucky's demonstrated that he can clutch, and then you've got the Minister of Clutch on the other side. The 2 of them together, last 2 alive. Anybody's, everybody's going to be worried about that.
Yeah, the Clutch Minister and his protege.
There it is.
You couldn't get a better
The
teacher.
assistant Clutch Minister, right?
Yeah. Wow. 3-1. But that is not a round that Vitality could really be celebrating. I know they were sort of high-fiving a little bit there, but that doesn't feel that great. You lost 4 rifles. You allowed the bomb to go down. They're still right against the edge here. If they lose this upcoming round, Vitality, Astralis are off to such a fantastic first half, so they must keep their focus. They got to make sure that they don't let this one go. They've got that AWP on ZywOo, and if you thought it was scary with the M4, well, you've seen nothing yet.
Oh, this is where he can step into that higher gear. And he can. This is the other the question mark that we had going into this, in terms of whether or not Glaive would try an AWP duel versus ZywOo. I mean, going toe-to-toe with ZywOo is no easy task. And we already have the smoke balls going up. Apex hoping to get lucky with the timing, not quite finding it. Who's on the other side, putting shots through? Got to be dangerously dangerous. They're cutting it very close there if you're Apex.
Yeah, way too close, in fact. Oh, and Shoxy gets found. Through the smoke is Glaive to pick him up, and Misuta, he's feeling lonesome. He wants some backup down here, or not. He's going to get a double with the FAMAS. That is very unlikely. That should never happen, but it did. And it brings it back into a 3-on-3 here. Excellent work from Misuta. He might have just saved the round here for his team.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Once again, Glaive, though, coming up with the goods. Opening kill for his team, deciding to accelerate. There's the shot from Apex. Drops Config. has been having a stellar performance so far this tournament,
That's
but
the bomb
not this time. And yeah, that's the bomb dropped out in the yard. It couldn't be in a worse place for Astralis.
Sip is probably going to be the one making a play here. Hard for Lucky to do much outside without him. Ooh, nade in hand. That's dangerous, and Sip will find him. Perfect timing to take down Kyojin. They're covering the bomb. They're playing around the bomb vitality, and that is not always a good idea. Sometimes you can get a little bit tunnel visioned on that bomb, and you forget about the rest of the map. There's still 30 seconds. Nairu's shooting out the window. Always a good idea so that you don't tag them and they barely stay alive. Oh, nice shot. That's Saiwu finding it on Sip. Way on the other side. Hard to believe. Lucky with 20 seconds. 1 versus 2. When you said he's got some clutch in him himself, this is a tall order, though. He's going to smoke it off. He's expecting the AWP on the other side, but oh, he's so smart, Saibu. He's already on top with the USP, and he's going to win the round. Brilliant play, and a second round on the board for Vitality.
Really coming together nicely here. And I mean, that's the thing. If Zaiwu stays alive late into the round, it's going to be so difficult for Astralis to deal with him. The rounds that have gone Astralis' way, they've managed to eliminate Zaiwu fairly quickly, right? Pistol round, first to die.
Yeah.
Follow-up, not quite the follow-up, but the one after that, you got Glaive picking him off first. It just feels like if you can take Zaiwu out of the picture, then you have a real shot at shutting it down. But until then, you have to deal with Zaiwu. He's too good.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Improvised
Oh,
run boost. That is so cool. They've been practicing a little bit of parkour in the meantime. Astralis, that's so rare. That's the sort of thing I would expect if we were watching Brazilian Counter-Strike. You say, hey, yeah, of course they're going to be doing something wild like that. Not Astralis.
Not Astralis and not Glaive. So Glaive leaning into it, right? Making it look like, okay, he could have really caught them off guard with that, because I don't think that you're expecting that from Glaive.
No. Definitely not expecting it. Out in the open. That's very dangerous, Apex. He wanted to get to the other side. Oh, wow. That internal feeling, the intuition for when to pull the trigger, and somehow almost had it. They're going to be making their way, not outside, but with the bomb instead. Trying to see if they could find anything at all here. 4 on 5. Got to be really wary right now, because half the Astralis team is pushing towards that lobby, but Lamef, he's on a bit of a mission on his own. So, real scary moment here for Vitality. They're going to hunt him down. He's in trouble, Saibu. He can't really escape, and he's going to be found at the end. Sip with the kill. Misuta all the way in the back here. Brilliant headshot. Brilliant follow-up, and what a triple! He's going to shut it all down and blow the roof of the Royal Arena. It's Blamef on his own. What a sequence. He just took them all down. How do you recover from that?
The five Vitality fans in the chat right now. We hear you.
Yeah.
1v2 from Blamef. I mean, 3 seconds left. It's just about saving that AK. There isn't a whole lot that he can hope to do. Misuda with a monster play.
That is so outrageous. They lose the round instantly. Even if he dies here, even if he gets the double and dies, they probably almost certainly still lose the round. But it's not just the double. It's not just the triple. He actually finds all 4 of them. Brilliant. 3-3, all tied up as we move into the 7th round. And that puts a, well, not just a dent, it actually destroys the Astralis economy here. They've got an AK and a Galil, trying to make a little bit of a play outside.
Last person you want to take an HE damage is Blamef. He's the one with the Kevlar. That's really going to slow him down. So we'll see with that AK if he's going to have any luck here, as Misuda's going to go for the peak. Nice flash setup, impeccable stuff, textbook stuff coming out here from Team Vitality on this CT side. They are looking very good indeed. And Misuda willing to hang around for more. They have a good read right now, Vitality, on what the economic situation must be for Astralis, and so they're willing to play a little bit more aggressively like this. Config gonna show him otherwise, though. That AK still in play. Misuda gonna come up with another kill. Brings it back, and there's Shoxy fighting in the yard.
That's the power of having that one slightly off-brand AK, is you can use suddenly, there's way more firepower on the other side than you were expecting. But they've handled themselves nicely here. It's a 2-on-4. Sip and Glaive, still 50 seconds. And once again, maybe on a bit of a mission. Cyber, though, again, not easy to fool. He's got the right idea. He's got the right crosshair. 40 seconds on the clock now. Just waiting for it. Patience pays off, and it usually does. Gonna find the kill on Sip and leaves Glaive. 1 versus 4 here, and a chance now big chance for Vitality to bring it home and actually get that 4th round, take the lead over Astralis in front of the home crowd, and they will. ZywOo with a double, and a 4-3 lead. ZywOo at 10-3 right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. It is all about dealing with ZywOo, I think, right now. Because, yes, okay, Misuda can have his moments. Don't get me wrong. You have the individual talent on Vitality. They can pop off. But ZywOo is going to just be that incredible threat that you have to deal with at all times. So long as he's alive, your odds of winning the round are very slim indeed. So Astralis right now, that's going to be what they're trying to focus on. How to find out where ZywOo's playing on and react to that. Play around him. So another half buy coming up here for Astralis with no bomb plan. So means that they're a little light on the cash. And well, ZywOo this time around, I mean, showing some variety in his setups as well. You really like to see this from an AWP player, not getting predictable.
I mean, it's one of you said they have to try and get rid of ZywOo or maybe dodge him. On Nuke, you really can't do that. I mean, this is one of the problems with Nuke. That junction that goes to heaven or ramp or outside, he can be anywhere he wants to be. Pretty good trade. Taking down Masuta. He was committed to that position. But it only gives them the ramp and a single rifle. They don't actually get a whole bomb site from that one kill.
The quick rotation down as well. This might be it. I think it's all going to be relying on Kyojin in a moment here. He's heard those footsteps as well. He knows that he's surrounded. Flash to help out from his teammate, hoping to give him a little bit of room to work with. Still trying to find some targets. Still trying to find some information from Vitality. I really like this. They're being proactive out on the map. Looking for anything they can work with here. Shoxy and Kyojin shutting down this A push. There's Lucky with the flank, but he's not going to hit the shot. All on Zip now in a 1v4. And it's not meant to be. 5 rounds on the board on the CT side. And Anders, right out the gates, Vitality are turning this place into a library.
Yeah, they are. That's what, I mean, again, we said it earlier. It goes both ways with the crowd. Could be a real source of energy, or the reverse, as we're feeling right now. 5-3, Vitality in the lead. They got Masuta, they got ZywOo, the main engines here. Going into the 9th round. We've got the AKs back on the side of Astralis. And he knows, he sees the opportunity. Gonna fall back down. Oh, quick trade. They're trying to see if they can maybe follow it up. No, Kyojin, he's gonna be able to fall back, so they can't continue the trade. Would have been really good if they could have made that a 2 versus 1, but they get some control out of the yard instead, which is still pretty good. And all right, they're going to be boosting him back up. I thought maybe they were going to go recheck and see if anyone is lobby. They don't know much about what's going on right now, Vitality.
No, that's the thing. If you give up yard, you can do that, push back into lobby and find some control there. But it looks like Vitality are content to just sit and wait. And yeah, Shoxy spots him in the yard.
Huge.
There's a little bit of information gained already. We'll see what reaction this prompts from Vitality now. I think they're going to have an idea of what's coming. Now that timing. Misuda caught looking the wrong way by BlameF. That could not have gone better for the Dane.
Oh, that's actually super crazy because Shox spots the last 2 people, so they don't realize that the other 2 are already really deep in. So Shox might have called it out and said, well, they've only just made it down secret, but in fact, they were already way deeper. And that's probably why Masuta gets caught in the first place there. Kyojin and ZywOo, 2-on-3. Bomb is already planted. They don't have a ton of cash. They can do that, but they're going to back on out. They're going to give a 4th round to Astralis. They would rather keep the guns alive. I don't really blame them.
No, if they can keep these 2 guns, it's a full buy into the next round. If they lose them, a couple of these guys are fairly broke. So it is a good decision here by Vitality. Fine, fair enough. I mean, you've been doing a terrific job. 5 rounds in a row for Vitality. Each round looking stronger than the last as well. So I feel like Vitality are starting to come into their own here, and it's on Astralis to try and stop it. Oh, beautiful. Love this stage.
It's always worth waiting for the pyrotechnics. 10th round is coming up, and I mean, especially saving the AWP is great news. Yeah, this is the moment where I think Masuta has slight false information because of where Shox spotted him, and it's not Shox's fault. He can't really know it, but it is a huge difference knowing did they just make it down secret or have they been down secret for a good 5-10 seconds. And he probably thought it was the former. And
it's just adjusting. It's where they gambled on A, you know? Yeah. That's the thing. Vitality, they gambled on A. It turns out, nope, it's going to be B. Crap. Now you have to rotate, and that's the perfect timing for Astralis to hit. Wherever they are, they're catching them before they can get into position. So Vitality took a little bit of a gamble, and it didn't pan out. But now we get to see what kind of adjustments are going to be made here. If Astralis are going to try and pick up the pace again, There's been a few slow rounds where they've been kind of working it out on the map, but I would like to see a fast one thrown in there every now and again just to try and keep Vitality honest. If Vitality feel like they can hold on to grenades, right, not commit the anti-rush nades, if they can cut corners, that's something that you can take advantage of on Astralis' side.
And we haven't really seen Astralis try too many crazy vent dives or anything else like that. They're sort of blowing up the Squeako every round, which is probably a good idea. Forces retired Vitality to commit at least a couple of Molotovs there to keep an eye on them. Oh, Config sees the opportunity, and he's going to take it. Dropping down to stop Apex in his tracks. That's a great beginning. That's just individual initiative there.
This angle, though, this angle from ZywOo is going to be nuts, and I like this play, the information play on the other side of things. Glaive just solo holding, though, gets spotted, sets it up for Zip. There's the bait and switch. In the meantime, I believe, yep, ZywOo's out hunting. He's going to find Lucky, gets another no, shut down. Playmat takes his head off. Two-man advantage, and make that three. Zipnik's going to catch Shoxy looking the wrong way, and it's all on Masuda now. 1v4, what can he hope to do?
I really thought he was going to have that second kill there, ZywOo, but instead, it's Masutra on his own. He's going to find one, goes into a quick double. Surely not. Surely not. He's already low. They know where he is. They have a Molotov. They have everything they need. And now they've teamed up. Glaive goes down next to Masutra. What are you doing? He's finally going to be dropped, but that took way too much. Simple saved the round, but a strong reminder to Astralis here. They're not just playing ZywOo in this game.
I mean, they've got more firepower on the side of Vitality. If anything, ZywOo and Simple or Masuda are tied up. 12-12 each. Whereas on the other side, it's Zipnik's with 12. So right now, Zipnik's doing what he can for Astralis to keep them in this, and that he's been doing a terrific job. Astralis are definitely a threat. They've tied it up 5-5, but that was a monster clutch to come through the way of Astralis. Had the Vitality won that, it would have put Astralis on the back foot. BlameF once again out and looking for a fight. No time wasted on his side, and Apex has learned to try and change up his position to a more passive one. Does not want to get dropped on again.
No, he wants to stay away from that. I can't really blame him. Absolutely critical round here for the side of the French. If they end up losing these rifles, they cannot repurchase them again. And Astralis have a huge shot at getting ahead. Nice little look outside. Apex not aware, and Lucky, what a spin. Takes down Shox as well. Two great openings out here. He's been such a revelation on the big stage, hasn't he, Lucky? No one could have seen this coming. ZywOo playing around hell. 5 versus 3. How do you possibly bring this back? I think you saw that. Yeah. Oh, nice return. Masutra he's feeling really crisp right now.
Oh, he is. And now Kyojin's got a gun to play with as well. It's still possible for Vitality to be a threat here. 40 seconds left on this clock. But with the bomb getting planted on the lower bomb side, it looks like Kyojin obviously hoping for some action upper. Not going to be the case. And the rest of Vitality now with these 3 rifles, they can back out of this situation and see if they can save him. Of course, you still have the lurks here from Astralis, so we'll see if they can actually make it out of dodge or not. By no means will it be easy.
Yeah, but
window here.
I mean, it's huge if they could do that, right? That's going to make them lethal in the next round as opposed to just a completely free round that might otherwise be the case. So
it might prompt a force buy out of them, actually. Yeah. To the point where, I mean, it's playing very risky Counter-Strike, though, if you go for that force. But they may be feeling it, considering how hot Masuda and ZywOo are right now. Bomb goes off. We get a 10. And we get into the next round. Astralis in the lead once more. 6-5 in favor of Astralis on the T side of Nuke.
It's crazy to watch the Vitality scoreboard. Masutra at 13, ZywOo at 12, and then there's a massive drop-off down to 5, 5, and 3 on the rest. So, I mean, it's hard to know how to analyze that because it could also just mean that if some of the rest of Vitality starts to really wake up and come alive here, they could be having such a great game right now. Already having Masutra and ZywOo at that level, but if it takes too long, then they might never actually get there.
I love this from Apex, though. Deciding enough is enough. He's tired of getting bullied out here playing passively. He wants to take the fight to him. Unfortunately, he gets caught in the middle of nowhere, trying to make a play happen, and it just doesn't come together. Apex is struggling right now.
Yeah, he is. And maybe trying to force the issue a little bit. I agree, it's a really cool idea. Oh, Glaive! He's going to get caught. He's had a bit of a rough time himself. He wanted to sneak in behind, and it's a cool idea. but just in time. Shox probably saving Cyber's life in that moment. Misuto's down to check. They're not really sure where the rest of Astralis are at the moment. They called a bit of freeze on the side of the Danes. They want to see if Vitality are about to make a mistake and go and peek somewhere they shouldn't. They have time to make that kind of move.
50 seconds, and Blame still trying to create a little bit of room here. Config, I like this awareness from him to go back and check, make sure that there's no peeks into a lobby from Vitality. As Vitality are just kind of chilling out and waiting. Passive stuff from both teams. I mean, Vitality, obviously for them, they've gone with the strategy saying, we know you have to come to a bomb site eventually. If we just hold, eventually you're going to hit one of these two. And we just need to hit the shots when that chance comes up, which they're going to be getting them in a moment here. Shoxy now clearing lobby, getting a little bit of info, and there's some presence on the lower bomb site. Vitality are going to need to rotate down here. Misuda caught looking the wrong way again. Man advantage for Astralis going into the bomb plant.
They even delayed the plant a little bit. They weren't sure if anyone else was going to show up. And they have a flanking Config who's low on health. Admittedly, he's going to try and catch them as they wanted to rotate away. They'd already given up on the round, and they're going to stick with that. So it will be another round for Astralis. They're going to make it 7-5. And Vitality kind of keeping themselves alive by saving these rifles, which is good news. But not forever. Eventually, you're going to have to take the fight to them. That would have been such a different fight if Sip hadn't been the one opening the door, but if instead they'd gone out from under Misuta, he could have probably at least taken one or two with him there. Great timing on that one. Oh, wow.
Talk about a rough experience right now. Still, it's worth mentioning for a few of these players on the Vitality side. Bomb goes off yet again, which is not what Vitality are looking for.
No.
The struggle is real right now for these guys, but getting the trial by fire for a few of these guys. In terms of playing in front of fans, it's been a rough passage for him, getting beaten up by Na'Vi and now playing against Astralis in front of a home crowd.
That sign said love to Lucky, but since yesterday summer, I've become real paranoid.
No, we don't trust the signs anymore. Yeah, there you go. That's the right idea. I think, what do you reckon? Like a map, maybe two, with a lot of bomb plants? Maybe you'll be able to get some toasted marshmallows there.
So it's doable. We are living in a world now where the memes are bleeding into reality, so I guess we just have to accept it. 13th round, and we do have not a bad buy coming up from Vitality. Probably lacking some of the nades that they would have wanted. Long-range fight here. AK versus M4. But Apex thinking better of it, deciding it is not worth it to go down. He's going to come back for more, actually. I'd say that's risky. He runs out. He's into the open. He's all in. There's no backup here for him. He's going to get the one kill on Blame if they were not expecting it. That's actually a very smart move. And a nade chases Config a little bit further back. Actually, really well played from Apex.
ZywOo, only ZywOo will take this fight. What a bold move. You're thinking, why? You've got the man advantage now. But ZywOo, he is so confident in his ability to click heads. It's almost like Config senses it. Backs off. Nice little peek coming in, and ZywOo, he will collect his pound of flesh. Glaive out of the picture.
3 versus 5. They've really done a good job, Vitality, here in the round. And there is a good bank on the side of Astralis. Unfortunately for the French, they would have to win a couple of consecutive rounds here to really crack the economy. ZywOo goes down, and it brings it back into a 3-on-4. Good defense so far inside with Apex. He is a split second away if they want to go for it here. So they have the setup. They should be able to defend this. It's looking real good at the moment. Shox, he'll get the kill on Config. It was low. It's Sip to fight on his own, but Kyojin with the double spray down instead. And it lands Vitality another round. We are almost at the end of that first half. And it's not really possible to say who is winning it right now. It's just too close.
Well, if there's Vitality fans in here, you guys need to not have voices by the time this best of 3 is over with.
Yeah, you're screaming against another 8,000 or so people.
You need to be making some noise in here. By the end of this day, you guys should not have a voice left. So let's see. Kyojin with a nice hold. And we will get the tag timeout called. First one used by Astralis. So deciding to take a little bit of a breather here going into the 14th round. Money to buy on their side, so that's fine. They can try and figure out what it is that they want to do out here, considering Config just got bullied outside in the yard with the passive stuff. And we have yet to see a full-on aggressive play from Astralis, which leaves me wondering, is that something that they want to go for or not? We haven't seen a quick upper hit. We haven't seen a quick ramp hit.
I think one of the luxuries that they've had Astralis in some of these rounds they've been winning is just winning the yard fight. And in the last 2 rounds, you see the difference when the Vitality are doing it instead. The whole game becomes a bit different. So I'm sure if Astralis feel like they can keep doing it, if they can sort of re-aggress out there and defeat Apex and or Saibu, maybe it's worth actually just keep doing that. But if you feel like it's turning the other way, if Apex is getting too much help, maybe you do switch it around. Oh, I like this here from the CT side. It's Misuta peeking up from the ramp and going to be able to take down Sip. And instead of overly aggressive, he's like, yeah, I'm going to smoke it off and fall back. Definitely the right move.
That's where you give that French chef's kiss, you know? Perfect. Perfect. Doesn't overextend. There's Kyojin holding his own. Beautiful headshot from him. And now Misuta not caught looking the wrong way. And you know, he's not caught looking the wrong way, Anders. He's pretty good at hitting headshots.
Yeah.
This is just going the way of Vitality. One kill after another. We're left with Lucky in a 1v4.
He's been so on point, Misuta, and he might get another one here. Yep, he's going to find the last one. A triple. The multi-kills that have come up from Misuta in this half so far have been absolutely shocking. He is 16-11. He's outfragging everyone in the server. Who could have seen that coming?
Just continues to shine, man. Just continues to shine. And that's just, it shows the potential because they've been saying this for a while, Vitality, right? That he's got it in him. It was just a mental thing, a mental issue where he felt like he didn't have the full trust in his abilities in the clutch moments. And they've been trying to tell him, just listen, go for it. If you're feeling it, take those fights. You have the skill. And here he is, putting it on the demonstration for everybody. This is awesome. But 15th round now, the Astralis no bomb plant means they're a little limited on their nades. Once again, back out into the yard. Early flash, though. Shoxy looking to create some plays here, and he is not going to win the duel. Blamef coming through for Astralis.
Oh, that actually looked really sloppy. That's a fight that you have to win. Apex will make up for it by taking down Blamef, but it looked like he had not just the time, but the support in the flashbang to actually win that fight initially. So maybe a little bit of a mistake there for Shox. 15th round, all on the line here in the 4-on-4. Lucky. Up against his nemesis on the other side, Misuta. They've both been very good. But so far, no matter how many people they throw at Misuta, it seems like he's able to handle it. So maybe you can't really both leave Saibu and Misuta alone is the problem, right? You have to fight one of them.
Astralis cheers come to an end. And we are about to get the execute with 40 seconds on the clock. Just showing some presence. They've been good at throwing these curveballs. The only thing is that there's still Apex down here, and he's ready to take this fight. Catches him, screws up that molly, and that blocks off the path for the rest of Astralis.
Yeah, he backed off. He wanted to avoid getting killed, but there's a bit of a refrag coming in. Config will get one. Lucky's going to get picked off, though. They are really trying to stay super dynamic at the end of these rounds. They are essentially attacking both bomb sites, and they can switch between them at any moment here. Misuta goes down. Absolutely critical shot ringing out from the back of the bomb site from Sip, and they are low on health. They're in a 2-on-2, but this should be Vitality's round to win. Turning around for the flashbang, they're going to catch Sip, and Config is on his own, and he can't get the job done. It's a double for Saibu, and it is 8 rounds on the board for Vitality at the end. Really, really good first half here for the side of the French. They should be excited about it. They managed to chill out the crowd a little bit. What a great start to this best of 3. We'll see how it goes in the second half. It's coming up after the break.
No, we don't have time. Go. Okay, so we can move on it. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Wait. Oh, everyone died? Wait.
Okay, go. No.
No! Counter
I
process!
didn't move. Yeah, man. We can't make it.
What?
No! Aye. Oh my god.
Oh, man, don't let rest to cross.
I'm coming, bro. What am I doing? Man, I shook, man. No! Yes!
Like you cannot move mouse as well?
No, I don't think so. What? Oh. It's bugged, it's bugged, it's bugged.
No.
No! You!
Lol.
No!
Karma, bro.
No!
It's okay, we have time. We have time, guys.
No, we don't have time. Go, 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 go. Nice, guys, nice.
No! I know it's GG for me. You're not gonna make it.
No!
No!
That was so
GG.
fast.
No.
Okay, we need 5 more minutes. Yes, I won.
made it,
Oh
you
my.
made it, you
You
made
won.
it.
Oh. Nice. Go.
No, it's gonna go green. It's gonna go. I can't look up there. It's green. It's green.
Go, 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 go!
Go.
No! You stopped so fast. Stopped so fast.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What a fantastic day for Counter-Strike. We already got to a great start. It's 8-7 in favor of Vitality. At the end of the first half, we're on Nuke, and we need to find somebody who can challenge Na'Vi in the grand finals. That is what we are here for. Astralis, they started off real well, but Vitality maybe a little bit slow, but once they got started between Misutra and Saimu, they looked almost unstoppable. So what a match we've got going on.
And this is Vitality, a team that has had a bit of time to perfect their T-side nuke going into the mix. So this is not going to be Astralis flying by the seat of their pants looking for headshots and hoping that it all works out without a lot of crack. Vitality should be a different beast, and this should be a real challenge for Astralis to hold. Nice little shot to open things up on Zywoo, though. Long-range tank on him, but Glaive is going to start it off with a kill on Shoxy.
Yeah, careful here, because there's two P250s in play. One of them still on Saibu there. It's still a good 2-for-1 trade. And with Saibu almost dead, they are looking decent right now in the pistol. Saibu, oh, nice setup. He needed another headshot right away. Misutra's in play, and he's going to find Sip, and suddenly it's a man advantage for Vitality with a bomb plant, no less.
Loads of info as well.
Turn it around. Yep, you're absolutely right. Saibu trying to open the door, doesn't want to get stuck on the other side. He's back for more headshots, and it leaves Lucky on his own in a nearly unwinnable situation, and they get absolutely shut down. He's offering up, saying, take a look at this quad kill for Saibu. What a brilliant start to the second half of Vitality.
That kid's reaction there is what Astralis feel like right now. Just like, wait, what just happened to us? We just got trucked. Sometimes kills in CS just feel utterly brutal. Just feel utterly brutal. And this is one of those where you just felt that in your stomach. Like, oh, there you go.
Wild, absolutely wild.
Where's the cheers now?
Oh, I love
it. Apex is too good.
I love him. What an amazing guy. All right, 17th round. Pyojin out here, slightly flashed. It doesn't really care. They're trying to see if they can overpower them, flash their way into our fight, and Vitality say, hell no. It's now Sip on his own with a USB in hand.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, that is funny.
Listen, if anybody's going to be able to counter the energy, you know, it's going to be Apex, right? He's going to be the one who's going to pop off every chance he gets. Another big round here for Vitality. They are comfortably into double digits now with a 3-round lead, 10-7. And now we get to see what Astralis are going to be capable of. Glaive going immediately for that AWP. We've seen him actually be pretty competent on this, but he is still talking about a pre-match interview with Banks. He's talking about how he's still, you know, he's doing his due diligence. He's doing his homework, watching the best offers to get a feel for how they want to play it, and also trying to get a feel for the timings that he needs to hit for his peaks on that CT side. But I don't expect him to be going for anything crazy here. Not against the firepower that's on Vitality. I feel like he's going to try and play these angles and hold some lines.
Yeah, I mean, it's especially risky when you just pick up the AWP. You don't want to throw it away right away. So maybe start a little bit conservatively and see where you can go from there. Sip trying to hold the ramp. He does take a lot of damage for it. Vitality, they're going to claim part of the map here. They won't actually stick around for it. That's kind of interesting. They're like, all right, we don't get the fight that we need, we're going to start to back out instead. Shark's hoping for a mistake as well. He's going to be wrapping around. They're going to go for an A crunch. Yard and, well, Hut as well. It's going to be a quick trade as Apex will take down Lucky, and now it's in favor of Vitality all of a sudden. 3 versus 4. The bomb is being planted, and Astralis, just like Vitality did in the first half, they have to back out. They have to save the guns. You can see the AI there telling you very good chance that Vitality win the round, and they will. 11-7 is going to be the scoreline. Ooh. They didn't even get to use that AWP.
Oh, and the 10 Vitality fans in the arena go wild. Yeah. Another round in the books for Vitality. But you're right, Glaive, no chance. Unfortunately for him, not in the right place at the right time. Shoxy's out hunting, though. He knows what's up, and he's got the Galil, so it's fine for him to be out there. You know, you want to hold on to the AKs and the M4A1S. But if you donate a Galil, that's not the end of the world. So he's kind of hoping to see if he can catch anybody here. Not going to happen.
See if we can get the Astralis fans warmed up a little bit more again, because they have gone quiet. You can almost hear the silence, can't you, at the end of it? All right. They're still with us.
They're still with us. Even the Vitality fans are with us. He was tapping along too.
It's a good day right now, isn't it, for Counter-Strike? 4-round difference, 11-7 the scoreline. And Astralis, timeout to discuss how to do this, how to get it done. Oh, man. In terms of kills, no one is actually catching up to Cyber and Misuta. It's so ridiculous. It's so top-heavy on their team, but in the server as a whole, they're just so far ahead right now.
Yeah. They definitely feel like they've got things under control. It's a good map for Vitality. They're going to be feeling confident on it, and Astralis are trying to go back to the well. But again, you know, it feels like they're kind of, it's a reality. It's a reality is that this team, they're riding on firepower. If Config and Blame F and Lucky show up and start battering people, then it looks really good for Astralis. But if those guys aren't collecting all of the heads, then you start to struggle. And right now, single digits for Blame F, Config barely cracking the double digits. You know, nobody really putting on that god tier performance that we've seen so far in this tournament.
You're right.
That's where Astralis, you know, it's like if it falls back on a more technical style of gameplay, Vitality are going to have the advantage out there because they've had more time to practice as a team together.
Without a doubt. Yeah, I think that's a really, really important point to remember. Even if Blame F and Config are amazing players, the team as a whole haven't had that time to hammer out all of the problems yet, so it definitely could be a bit of an issue. What an interesting boost that I think I've seen maybe once in the past. Very rare. Now, it could be dangerous because you can Molotov this corner from the other side, from Mini. So if you stuck around here too long, maybe it would be a bit of a disaster. But otherwise, how do you even see this coming?
Yeah, we've seen it a couple times this tournament already. Yeah, it's definitely making its way into the meta. This double boost, full commit into it, and it's going to set it up for Vitality to go for the wrap. Zipnik's just spraying through, gunning him down. Kyojin out of the fight already.
There's the Molotov, yep. Good thing that they got out. Sip in the back, and he's going to win the fight against Misutra as well. Conflict with the Deagle in hand, feeling perhaps a bit uncomfortable, but no! He's going to find and execute Apex. Who had his back turned? I'm not really sure. Samu and Sharks is a must-win round. It should be Astralis to pick up an 8th here. Very, very likely. They're going to be down below, trying to get the bomb. Oh, he cruises onto the bomb site, and he's alone. But, oh no! From beyond the grave, it's Shocks to take down Config, and just like that, it's a 1 versus 1. I did not see that coming. He reached out with the flames and took him down, and now it's Sip walking in on the other side. Saibu is playing a massive off angle. It's very hard to know. Sip's going to be walking in, and a straight headshot, and an amazing clutch coming out. 2 versus 2. Vitality, they pick up a 12th round. That is heartbreaking for Astralis.
So close on that side of things for Astralis. It felt like they really managed to recover, especially with that weird little step there from Apex. Zaiwu was unreal. Totally getting a read on where Glaive was going to be coming from. He was ready to peek that angle with that AK and just assassinates him. But a little bit of a weird execute onto that upper side from Vitality. It looked like Astralis were definitely prepared for it, and that ends up costing them, but they still get the round. 12-7. Vitality slowly but surely taking control of this second half.
Zemla, he's 24-6.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
What's amazing is that Misuta's right there with him with 20 kills. Like, I mean, this is fantastic for Vitality, the firepower that's on there.
Oh my god. What a time. I mean, we all knew coming into this game how good Saibu can be. This is just an absolute display of raw power. They're going to be down below again, 4-on-4. Apex with a really good opening on the bomb site. Glaive is going to be found as well. Misuta ready with more headshots. And the bomb being planted. It's a nice attempt there. They're actually going to bring them off the bomb. They stop the plant for it. And Config, he'll get Saibu right through. So, counts as a triple kill right now. Apex is going to fall through the smoke as well. And it's Misuta and Kyojin. 2-on-3 all of a sudden. Vitality, they had the drown in the bag now. I'm not so sure is Lucky. He'll get the kill on one and Kyojin will fall. And a huge round for Astralis. One, they were not favored to win, but they managed to pick it up anyway, 8-12. That's much needed.
Yeah, that's Apex just regretting that spray. I think getting a little ahead of himself there, hoping to get lucky. And he gets properly punished. This is a great return from BlameF with the punish. You see those tracers, that's why that M4A1S is so powerful. You go for that spray through the smoke, you cannot see it. But Apex with the spray with the AK, BlameF just zeroes in on him. Doesn't matter if he's behind a smoke. These pros, they're gonna know how to find that.
Absolutely wild. I mean,
12-8 now.
I still can't get over the idea that that's his 7th death in 20 rounds. I mean, he just can't be stopped.
Bonkers.
4-round gap. Astralis, they managed to slow the descent just a bit. Not back to their winning ways yet, but it's a good round to pick up nonetheless. They're first, by the way, in the second half.
I would take a lot of damage, Shoxy as well. So some good initial trades here by Astralis, giving them a bit of an advantage. And here we go. Kyojin ready for that lurk, though. Not going to win the follow-up. Config there to back Lucky up. 1-for-1 trade. With how much damage Vitality have taken, this is not going to be easy for them to crack a bomb site, especially if BlameF feels like getting frisky out here in the yard. He's going to find a kill.
Oh, he's stuck, though. Good thing that Sip is there. Oh, they focus on Blame. They knew that he was stuck in there. They wanted to find him. And the rest of Astralis show up and use him as bait. Oh, wow. We've got cosplayers here as well. Fantastic job, guys.
This will be the turning point here, I think, where Vitality are about to get tested. Lost a couple of rounds. The crowd is starting to get behind Astralis. Astralis are trailing, but with each round win that Astralis managed to pick up, the crowd is going to go crazy in here, and that's just going to put additional pressure on Vitality. It's a question of whether or not they're going to be able to withstand that pressure. This is a good time for a timeout.
It is a good time. This feels like one of those breaking moments where either Vitality overcome the pressure and they close out this map, they get Nuke on the board, or the crowd and Astralis really start to turn it around. They get everything fired up, and they somehow end up winning it anyway. It was just a 4-round lead, and now Astralis are back with way better economy and Vitality. They can put together a buy, but it is nowhere near as good as it could have been. 12-9 the scoreline as we head into the 22nd round. And let's just see. It's, yeah, still the Misuta and Saibu show. Apex, Kyojin, Shox all have 10 kills.
They're getting kills. That's the important bit. At least they're like the supporting actors right now. It's still possible, actually, for Vitality, considering this buy. They are dangerous. Kyojin, though, going to get caught in an off angle. Glaive. What an aggressive push from him. Kyojin expecting the hut push again, and that just caught him off guard.
Now, Glaive only finds a pistol there on Kyojin. So hopefully they don't read too much into that Astralis and start to get too overconfident, because there is more than that in play. Config, he just dodged a bullet. If he had stayed in that vent, he would have been dead. Shot in the side of the head, but now 3 versus 4 instead. BlameF is walking up behind, and oh, it takes a moment. Kind of fiddling around with the gun a bit there, but he finds Misuta at the end. And it's a 2-on-3 now. Apex inside. Shox wanted to try and see if he can close it out. The bomb is planted. And Apex, he's gonna try and make the full wraparound. I love this Apex. This is actually so sick. He could have get the job done here. If he doesn't get found, he could have gone to heaven and tried to stop them from defusing. But now instead, at least he gets that one very hard round to win. Near impossible for Apex. In fact, he tries to go for the wallbang shot. He gets one, but not the defuse. And it's Astralis to win the round. He thought that was it. Oh, man. He is so clever, Apex.
The comedy. Yeah, you just got to shake your head at that one, Apex. No reason to feel frustrated. There's no way for you to know. He had the info as to where they were, but to think, you know, obviously you think that you just killed the diffuser. It's such a tough break there. But what a close round between these two teams. Astralis and Vitality now just going head to head. And we're starting to see the subtleties been picked up, you know? Glaive making adjustments. He's realizing where Kyojin is holding from, so he's coming at him from a different angle, finds that pick to start things off. And the teams are learning. But that is going to force Vitality into a bit of a tight spot. Nearly have max loss bonus, so in the next round we will have that full buy, but they still go for the Soviet AK on Apex, so see if he can find a kill.
The only thing that could have made that 1 versus 2 cooler at the end is if the second to last Astralis player had moved into the shots to get himself killed intentionally to sell the idea. That would have been next level. BlameF goes down. Apex has had a couple of games this tournament so far where he has been the top fragger and has actually taken over everyone. So don't underestimate him. Just because he's the captain of the team doesn't mean he can't use a rifle here. 10-12 the scoreline. Vitality, they have that 1 AK and otherwise pistols across the board. So Astralis, even a man down, good chance to win the round.
Shoxy with the bomb right now. Yep, they're regrouping. Now that they've shown themselves to Zip Mix, there's going to be a little bit of a guessing game going on here from Astralis. With 45 seconds left, they need to figure out what's going on. Glaive has got an angle, though. This is going to be nasty. If Apex decides to push through, that's the AK out of the fight for Vitality. It's a 4-on-4, and now Lucky gets to hold the line. Quick trades, though, coming through, but this is no way possible for Vitality. They keep fighting, though.
They get way closer than they should have been. Lucky unintentionally baiting Apex into that line. He didn't even know about it. His Shox is going to hit the ground. Double kill for Config. Man, if they don't have that line, Apex walks into Mini and he clears the bomb site with his team coming out. They win the round, if not for that stoppage on Apex. It's now 4 in a row for Astralis as they bring it back to 11-12.
Glaive just continuing to dominate. There it is. Crowd waking up here for Astralis. They're 1 round away from tying it up, and the pressure's really mounting on Vitality. Need to drop it, need to lock it right here. BlameF, very quick out into it, and we'll see if he gets punished. He gets spotted at least, so the element of surprise is gone for this Astralis setup.
Well, that's dangerous. If he gets tagged, he gets slowed down, and the bullets keep coming.
And he might have gotten caught by the second man out in the yard there. Shoxy could have helped out, and that could have been it. Instead now, at least they have that info. And BlameF, he's going to have to go for the hard decisions as to whether he backs off or he goes around for another peek.
They seem to be regrouping right now, Vitality. Chained down their minds ever so slightly. Config goes down. It's Apex to start it off with. A brilliant beginning. And that was through the smoke, through the squeak door, all the way at the back of that vent. So, common angle to try and shoot at. Oh, he turns for the flash and Sip. He'll get one of them, but more are coming. He's only going to be able to get the double at the end. And they'll take that trade. Vitality, they're happy to do that. 3 versus 3 now. BlameF trying to cover everything. They're not aware. They don't know. And he'll pick up 1 kill. Goes for a second, and it's Cywo to go down next. Shox on his own. 40 seconds here on the clock, and the bomb is lost to him. They're covering it on the other side, pushing forward. They're trying to take the fight. Glaive might have been too aggressive. He does some good damage, but Shox could win this round. 2 smokes on the other side that BlameF picked up. He has a Molotov as well. 24 seconds, and Shox, it's all on this. The grenade, not really touch him. He's still alive. There's a nice Molotov to slow him down. And we're at 15 seconds. BlameF, he could start to fall even further back if he really thinks he can. 10 seconds on the clock now. 1 versus 1. 8 seconds, and BlameF will find him. Brilliant triple, brilliant hold here for BlameF. And that ties up the scoreline, 12-12.
It's a huge save. It's a huge save from BlameF. Going from a bit of a spoiled round at the beginning, just playing patiently down in the lower site. The hero for his team. That double kill pretty much ends the round. Shoxy, just too many angles to worry about at that point. BlameF can be anywhere after those 2 smokes on the molly. Plenty of time for him to back off and reposition, so Shoxy just left wondering. But even without the bomb plant, we have enough money for Vitality to get a buy. So they do have some nades to work with here, and this time around, a little bit more of a presence. And see if this pans out. Astralis, aware that this could be an option, though, so Glaive not putting himself in a position to get caught easily.
5 in a row for the side of the Danes. The HE would be brilliant. Oh, he's going to do it as well. They need to get out of there. And actually, it falls a little bit too far, I think. That's interesting. Glaive outside, though. No nades needed for him. He's going to pick up a double. Apex and Cywo practically dead already. Astralis, they're looking for a 6th round. They're right on the edge of getting it as well. Deep nade there. It's not going to catch anyone, but the M4 will. Triple on Glaive. And Saibu and Kyojin, 2-on-5 right now. What has happened to Vitality? Where have they gone in the last 6 rounds? Astralis have just taken over the game once again, looking to win Nuke.
Well, I think the 6th man has joined the server. And that certainly helped things as well here for Astralis. This is where that oppressive weight is just going to be on Vitality's shoulders. The fact that everything they do right, nothing, you know. But every time Astralis do something right, whole place blows up. That weighs on you round after round.
You bet it
so
does.
difficult if you don't know how to deal with it, right? If you don't have that experience, which some of these players do not.
Nice Molotov back there. They don't mind the bomb plant. They just don't want to lose the 2-on-5. And the bomb won't really help Vitality that much. Astralis, they're already nearby. It's a 5 versus 2 retake. They're going to get the opening kill there. And Kyojin, nice little tap. Still 3 players left. Vitality getting a bit more space here than maybe you would have expected already. They don't have many more nades. Saibu's going to be found. And Lucky will kick open the door with the MP9 and take down Kyojin. It is now Astralis back in the lead. They win 7 in a row to bring it to 13-12.
Nicely done, Glaive. This is what we're talking about. Mega passive out in the yard. Long range with that M4A1S. It's so brutal. And that is some sick play from the IGL on the Danish side of things. This leaves Vitality in a very awkward spot going forward. They do have enough, but again, they feels like they're just getting countered wherever they go right now. Astralis have got the edge. And there it is. Bit of an applause going into it as well. Smoke's going out into the yard early. Glaive this time around after the passive play decides to change it up, and this could actually work very well. Apex looking for it, but he's not fast enough. Even with the Shoxy flash.
He had the perfect idea. He knew exactly what he was doing, and still it doesn't really pay out. Thinking about walking through the smoke. Sip. Careful now. Molotov down in front, and that will force them to slow it down. It's so hard to describe the change of energy in the arena from Vitality winning to Astralis winning. It's absolutely crazy. You have to be here to feel it. 4 versus 5, 26th round. And that opening kill that goes the way of Astralis is not good news for Vitality. They have that round loss bonus kicking off, but unless they get the bomb plant, they can't go for a full buy in the following round. So this could be a heartbreaking finish to Nuke if you're on the side of Vitality here. They need the cash to keep fighting. Out in the yard, and Saibu, he is holding. Could be an interesting split down below. They have not a lot of time, but some of it still left. But Sip already out there. Just a bit of information, and that's fine. That's enough.
Considering this is going to be running really low on the clock now with this man advantage. And now GlameF playing from Glaive's spot. He's going to find the goods once again.
The bomb.
A kill for him. Bomb already backing off, though. And with 25 seconds left, they have yet to make it onto a bomb site. This is going to be so very difficult for Vitality as they just get caught one after the other. Shoxy trying to fight back, but they were nowhere near a bomb site. No chance at all to get that bomb planted. And this is where you start to see, in French you would say divague. They're starting to drift a little bit, Vitality. They're not really looking like they have a game plan here in terms of like what works, what they can fall back on that works. It's great when Misuda and Zaiwu are popping off, but if you don't have those opening kills coming your way, what are you doing to create the opportunity? What are you doing to get onto a bomb site? And right now, we're kind of just seeing them floating around looking for kills, but not really with an intent in mind.
Yeah, drift too far, Semler. You're gonna hit the iceberg that is Astralis. We all know what happens.
We all know what happens then, yeah.
14-12, 27th round. And again, Misutra and Saibu, I mean, they gave this map to Vitality. 27 kills, 24 kills on Misutra. But somehow that is not enough. How do you even explain that? You have 2 players that are practically both dropping 30 bombs in regulation, and somehow Astralis have managed to overtake them. They're up at 14 now. They're 2 rounds away from taking the map. And they have all the money in the world. Vitality do not. No bomb plant. It's going to be pistols to try and fight it with. This could be one of those miracle rounds. If they could pull this one off, Semler, I mean, that's where the comeback could start for Vitality.
It's possible. I mean, it is possible, absolutely. We've seen how it goes usually as they manage to make their way down. Zipnix is going to be aware of it. Zipnix with a double. But that's the bomb control now for Astralis, and it's just falling apart here in this round. Nicely done there by Shoxy. Long range with the Tech 9, but Lucky's going to catch him in the open, and that's a beautiful shot from him. Misuda.
Oh, learn from history. Leave him alone. Don't do it. He's have won so many multi-frags already. It is not a good idea. He has to pick up the bomb. He has to go for a bomb plant. Fighting him alone would be a terrible mistake. Just play centered around the bomb sites, and eventually he's going to show up.
Yep.
I mean, if Sip gets traded in that moment and it's just a 1-for-1 trade, they could do a lot in the round. Vitality. That double kill was huge. Off angle here, and he's going to find Lucky. Misuta. He is so dangerous. 40 seconds. He goes for the spray. Yep, get out and dodge. Don't do it. Don't fight him. It is not worth it. 35 seconds now, and he's patiently waiting. If he goes down below, it's instant death. But somehow, Spider senses are tingling. He realizes, and he goes for the bomb plant. He's out in the open, and he's caught by Glaive. A 15th round on the side of Astralis. You can feel how scared they are of Misuta right now. And for good reason.
Just not wanting to play, not wanting to throw the round away with any unnecessary duels. That's the name of the game here, is when you have the man advantage, keep that at all costs. You must maintain it so you can trade, even if it gets down to it. Eventually, there's only one of him, 3 of you. Glaive getting caught, but still, you win the round. That's what matters most here for Astralis, and this is your map pick as well. The condom men made it in the building. Awesome.
Brilliant.
15-12, map point for Astralis on their map pick. Inferno coming up next after this, picked by Vitality.
Yeah, important detail that you mentioned. If you're on the side of Vitality, you should remember that. Think about that. This is Astralis picking the map, so don't get too down yet. Saiwu, Georgian Shocks already tagged up in this round. Trying for some exotic wall bangs. It's Apex. He's tried to make this play work so many times, and this time he gets the job done. Taken down Lucky. Really, really impressive start. 4 versus 5 now. And a deep breath on the side of Astralis. Config is waiting for it, and he's going to get his just reward. Dropping Misuta. 4-on-4, but Apex. Oh! He had the perfect idea. He was going to backstab them and clear the bomb site, and instead it was held. Config's going to win that fight, and he now controls the bomb. That's a disaster for Vitality. That's something they have to recover. And they have to do it quickly as well. Glaive, he's repositioning. They'll never see this coming. It's Shocks going down next. And Saiwu, he's been good for many clutches, but he's been found. He's down. He's out. And it's Astralis to win Nuke 16-12. What a ridiculous comeback once again for Astralis.